Oslo is Norway's capital and largest city, and there is much to see. We will show you how to see the most in a day, so that you have a good overview of Oslo. The railway station is located right in the center. There are many hotels within walking distance, but you can get a better deal by taking one where you have to take more public transport first. If you arrive by plane at Gardermoen, take the airport express train or regular train to Oslo Central Station. The regular train ticket also covers public transport in Oslo for 2.5 hours. If you are coming by car, you might want to stay at a hotel outside the city center, and then use public transport to get into the city. Parking in the city is very expensive. There are 2 campsites at Bogstad and Ekeberg if you come with a motorhome. Start your day at the Opera House, located next to the train station in the fjord. This building is covered with marble and looks like an iceberg rising from the sea. The roof can be accessed via ramps and stairs, giving you spectacular views towards the fjord. The roof is usually open 24/7, but access can be restricted due to ice or special events. Next door, visit the Munch Museum, which opened in 2021 in the striking Lambda building. Here you'll see many of Munch's most famous pieces, including the Scream. There's a caveat though. Since the versions on display were drawn on paper, they're much more fragile than oil paintings. Only one of the 3 versions is displayed at any time, changing every hour. Unfortunately, it's random which image is shown, so you'll have to check every hour to see all 3. From here, walk to Karl Johans gate, the main street of Oslo, which runs from the main train station to the Royal Palace. This pedestrian street passes the Stortinget, Norwegian Parliament, the Grand Hotel where Nobel Peace Prize winners wave to crowds, and the university. On Eidsvoll Plass between the theatre and the Parliament, there's a huge fountain. In winter, it is transformed into a skating rink. This is also the area with the Christmas market in December. At the end of Karl Johans gate, you'll find the Royal Palace, where the king resides. Unlike other royal residences, there's no gate around it, so you can go quite close. Every day at 13:30, there's the changing of the guard ceremony. The guards are mostly young people doing military service, so they're not as stoic as guards in England. It's possible to visit inside during summer. On Friday, you might encounter the Prime Ministers and his cabinet when they have their weekly meeting with the king. For lunch, head to Aker Brygge, Oslo's first modern quarter. Walk south from the Royal Palace through the city center to reach this waterfront area. Until 1982, this was a shipyard, but it's now been converted into a vibrant area with over 900 residents and 6,000 workers. You'll find many restaurants in all price ranges here. Even though there are many tourists, the restaurants are popular with locals too. After lunch, take a short walk to Akershus Fortress, right next to Aker Brygge on the shore. This castle and fortress was started in the late 13th century and continuously expanded. Today, it contains military and resistance museums, and some parts of the castle can be visited on certain days. The exterior walls can be visited for free, offering a very nice view towards the fjord, though this can be ruined if a huge cruise ship is docked in front. Now head west to Vigeland Park, probably the most well-known and most visited attraction in Oslo. Take tramline 12 from the city center to Vigelandsparken station, or walk from Aker Brygge, about 30 to 40 minutes. The park consists of a series of statues and monuments, created by Norwegian artist Gustav Vigeland in the beginning of the 20th century. The centerpiece is the 14-meter-high monolith. The park is open 24/7 and free to visit. Locals call it Frognerparken, as the Vigeland installation is only part of the larger Frogner Park. For your final major attraction, take the metro to Holmenkollen, line 1 from Majorstuen, near Vigeland Park. High above the city, you'll find one of the world's most famous ski jump towers. Below the jump is the ski museum, and from the museum you have access to the viewing platform at the top of the jump tower, offering an incredible view of Oslo. If there's a queue for the lift, visit the museum first and check back later. From the top, you'll see what a ski jumper sees before flying down. You can even experience this yourself on the zip line. If you continue up the road, you'll arrive at Frognerseteren, where you'll find a restaurant in a 19th century log house. In winter, this is also the start of Korketrekkeren, a popular sledge slope. For your final stop, if time permits, take the metro back to the city and visit Grünerløkka. This borough east of Akerselva River used to be inhabited by the working class in the 19th century. After restoration in the 1970s and gentrification in the 2000s, it's now the place to go for small shops, bars, and restaurants. It's accessible by tram lines 11, 12, 17, and 18. If you want to go out after your sightseeing, this is the place to be. Insider tips. You can pre-book your ticket for the Munch Museum to be sure to be let in. There were at some point too many people in the museum, which negatively affected some of the fragile paintings. That's why there are limitations on the number of visitors. Buy transport tickets with the Router app. You can buy several tickets on one device, ideal for families or small groups. Consider getting an Oslo pass if visiting multiple museums per day. Oslo seems easily walkable, but the distances increase quickly when leaving the immediate center. Don't use taxis to get around the center. They are expensive, and due to political reasons, cars cannot cross the inner center anymore, so huge detours are required. It's strictly forbidden to fly a drone in the center of Oslo. Besides a hefty fine, non-EU citizens risk being deported and banned from the Schengen area for up to 2 years. Tourists cannot apply for permits. Oslo is not defined as a tourist area. As such, most shops are closed on Sundays. Thus, some shops are open at the main station. There are not that many public toilets in Oslo. Check the map in the description. On warm summer days, there will be large gatherings of locals in the parks and at the beaches. Do the same. Picnicking is perfectly normal, and many museums even have designated picnic areas. One more tip. If it's winter and there's snow, many of these outdoor activities become even more magical. So that should be enough to see for a day in Oslo. If you have more time, watch our extensive Insider's Guide to Oslo, where we showcase many more sites, including ones most other guide won't mention.